We're making steam roll today with shrimp and pork. So 2 different filling. So you need to soak overnight rice flour and tapioca starch. So the ratio is 1:1. 1 cup of rice flour and 1 cup of tapioca starch to 4 cups of water. And you see I soaked it overnight. And you don't need to put it in the fridge. Just leave it room temperature on the counter. And now when it sits, it's going to settle. So now you mix it all up. This will be ready to use. Just mix it all up like this. We add the salt, and now we're going to add the oil. 2 tablespoons of oil. And this batter is ready. Pork filling. So we're going to add 2 tablespoons of oil. You can put as much onion as you like. We like a lot of onion, so we're going to saute this onion down. So leave this on high. Okay, our onion have caramelized. Now we are going to add just 1 more tablespoon of oil in the middle, and we're going to add our garlic. We like a lot of garlic, so you don't have to add this much. So you want to saute in the middle. Garlic burns, so you gotta have the meat ready. Saute it so it'll be fragrant. Takes only about a minute. Now you add in your pork. Okay, let's break up our meat a little bit. Now we're gonna start adding our seasoning. Oyster sauce. You can use any brand you like. Some chicken bouillon. Just like about a teaspoon. Some fish sauce, any brand you like. Some sweet soy sauce for color. At least a teaspoon of black pepper. You'll love the black pepper in this. You don't have to add the sugar, but it balances it out. So I have it on high heat right now because we are trying to cook it and let it so we're going to put a cover on this and let it simmer. 5 minutes later, you see all the juice. Now you want it to evaporate. So we're going to cook it uncovered and stir it occasionally. So you want to stir it occasionally, and you want to let all this evaporate it, all the juice right here, so it becomes saucy. Now this is the time for you to taste. It's cooked, but you just want to make sure all the flavor goes through. And let's taste this. And this is where you can add more peppers, more sugar. Delicious. We like it a little bit more seasoned, so I'm going to add a little bit more fish sauce in here. And you can add mushroom, and you pretty much can add anything you like into the filling, but the basic way is definitely onion and pork. You can do ground chicken if you want pork. Ground chicken, ground turkey is also good. And I'm going to show you next is sauteed shrimp by itself. And that way you can do a shrimp filling as well. Okay, turn it on high and let's cover this. And bring the temp down to medium. And let's cook for another 5 minutes. So total 10 minutes and it should be done. Okay, 5 minutes up. Look at this. Now we're going to turn it on high to take away some of this water in here so it become really saucy. Okay, let's try this. Make sure it's to your liking. Perfect. Okay, the meat is done. We're going to saute some shrimp for the filling for the steam roll. 2 tablespoons of oil. And add in 2 tablespoons of garlic. Now garlic burns, so you gotta keep an eye on this. The skillet's on high. Once you see the garlic turn a very light brown, then you can add in your shrimp. So you see a light brown turning right there? Now we add in our shrimp. Now add in our oyster sauce. Add in sweet soy sauce for color. And just a tad of fish sauce. Remember, shrimp is already salty, so you don't need a lot of salt like the pork. And about half tablespoon sugar to round things out. If you don't like sugar, you can use honey or just leave the sugar out. You don't have to. You don't have to add the sugar in there. So I have it on high, and we're just going to saute this until shrimp cooks really quickly, until the water evaporates. And don't forget our black pepper. And black pepper, half teaspoon. Pretty much the shrimp is cooked, but I have a lot of sauce. I want to turn this sauce into a little saucy, so it'll go well with the shrimp. So I'm going to take the shrimp out and let the juice cook. You see how it becomes saucy? Now you can mix that in with the shrimp if you want more flavor. Now the heat is off, but I just want this to be a little more saucy. Take off the bouillon, and let's taste it with a shrimp. You want it too salty. Good. We can mix it together now. Now the shrimp has more color from the sauce. To start frying our rolls, you want to get all your stuff ready. You need oil, your filling. We're going to do shrimp first. And then your batter and a plate. So you want to oil up your plate here. So if you have a brush, use a brush, but I don't have one handy. So I'm gonna use a little paper towel and dip a little oil, and you want to oil up your plate. You need a skillet. We're gonna turn on high to heat up the pan. You need a cover. Find a skillet, a non-stick pan that has a cover. You can do a big size or a small size, doesn't matter. Small size, you have to do a little bit more. A little oil to start off with. When the pan is hot, then we can add our batter. You want to stir up your batter. When it's set, it will settle. So always stir up your batter before you use it. Now make sure you have to plan this ahead. So you want to soak your flour, rice flour and tapioca starch overnight. You know your pan is nice and hot when your oil moves freely. Okay, we get our batter ready. You can do it thin or thick. It's up to you. Just shake your pan around, just like doing flakes. And put a cover on it. Now you can bring your temperature down to medium-high. It takes only about like a minute under the steam, and we'll cook. Let's take a peek. Oh yeah, look at it, nice and steamy. You know when it's cooked is when the edges start to release a little bit. If you flip it out too soon, it won't flip. It will be stuck to the pan. That's mean you know the crepe, the steam roll is not cooked yet. You're going to flip it right to that plate. Say it flips out, that means it's cooked. So you can pull it out. It's very hot. So now you don't have to add any more oil. You might have to add, depend how good your non-stick is. This is an old non-stick, so it has a few scratches. So I will have to do oil. But if it's a brand new non-stick, you don't have to do oil. And just shake it around. And then put your cover on this. By the time you finish rolling this, your steam roll will be ready. Just the first one take a little bit longer. And you just put some shrimp on here. I'm going to do some with shrimp only and some without shrimp. So it's like a burrito. You don't have to close the two ends. And we just move this to, doesn't that look pretty? You can see it's nice and dry now. It's ready. By the time you finish rolling one, this one will be ready. See, I didn't add any oil. Let's see how long before I have to add oil. Make sure you stir your batter. And your filling. You can do as much or as little as you want. And close the side if you want. And just roll it. And look at how good it looks. And if your plate starts sticking, then you add the oil. You see how quickly we did that? Don't forget there's also oil in this batter too. do some filling. Close the two ends. Fold the two ends. Now I'm going to do pork and shrimp, both filling. And my sister like it over stuff. So you can put as much filling as you want. Look at this. So big, I can't even fold it. But look at that, it's like a burrito. How you like that one? So we're going to do pork and shrimp again. The next one I'm going to do with egg, so you can see. This one I'm not going to overfill it, so you can see. Doesn't that look beautiful? Pork and shrimp together. Now this one I'm going to do with an egg inside. So you can see, you can pretty much make this a breakfast too. Like, this is a Vietnamese crepe for breakfast. Look how the egg looks. Now the egg makes it look nice and yellow. This is with egg yolk only. Okay, this is going to be for me. Nobody want to eat with eggs. So if you can't flip it and roll it fast enough, bring your heat down to medium. It's going to be a little bit thicker. Isn't that beautiful? So this is my steam roll with shrimp, eggs, and pork and shrimp as well. And remember I show you how to make the sauce. So we do dipping sauce. You can pour right over it, but I like to dip. And of course Eat it with cilantro, scallion oil, and fried shallots and fried garlic. It's up to you. And cucumber, lettuce, Thai basil. So you can let your imagination run. You can eat any way you like. So this is the shrimp. I haven't had the shrimp before. I already showed you how to make the pork, but let's try it with the shrimp. Dip in a little sauce. Mmm. Very savory. You don't need a lot of oyster sauce or soy because the shrimp is naturally already salty. But it's great with the sweet and sour dipping sauce. And eating with cilantro, it's really good. Let's try the egg. This one is the egg with the pork and shrimp. Dip a little bit in our sauce. With the egg yolk there, it makes it nice and rich, more rich and creamy. But it has a subtle taste to it. So it's not really prominent unless you add more eggs. So it's up to you, whatever you want to do. But bon appetit. It's another delicious recipe. See you in the next video.